Request library in Python is used to send and receive HTTP requests. In simple words, if we have to communicate with a website through Python, then we have to use requests library. So this is called HTTP for humans, where we can interact directly. So Python requests library is a third-party library, which means that we have to import and we have to install it first before we can start using it. So how to install it, how to import it? Let me open my Visual Studio Code. So if you are also using VS Code, here in the prompt you have to type pip Python package installer install requests, like all other libraries. So it will install the Python library, but it is giving me a prompt. It is saying that requirement already satisfied. This means that the Python library, requests library, has already been installed. Why? Because I have already installed on this installation, on this virtual environment. But for your side, it will install and finally it will say that it has been installed successfully. So this is how you guys can install Python library, request library. It's very easy. And then if now you have to use the functions of the request library, so it's very simple. You have to write requests, definitely the request library, and then the name of the method, and if you want to pass some parameters. Let me show you how many functions, how many methods are there in the requests library. Here we have delete function or method. Usually when a function is in the class, we call it a method, or in the library. So you can also call it function. So we have delete method, we have get method, we have head method, patch method, post, put, request, and so many. So delete means that we send it to delete a specified URL. Get means we want to get some information. Let me show you some example here. Let's go back to our Visual Studio Code. Clear the so first of all we have to import the requests library, and then we have to say print what we want to print, requests dot get. So this is, we are using the get function, and inside the get function, now these are the parameters, means the information we have to pass to the function to process. So here we can say that please send the get request to google.com, and if we don't want to, if we send this whole thing, then it is going to return us the status code of 200. Let me run it. So once we finish, then the output is simply response 200. This response 200 means that the website is okay. There are different status codes, actually these are called status codes. In the next slides we are going to discuss this. Also, let's say we don't want to know the status, we want to see the contents of the website, just like we open google.com and then images and everything is open for us. For example, here we open google.com. So what will open? Actually, the Google server has sent us back this image. They have sent us the code for this status bar, this search bar, this link, this button, and some of these other parts as well. If you want to see what is there, we can click here and then see view page source. So here it is showing us that okay, this is the code behind this web page. Actually the server has sent us this whole code. It didn't send us this image or this it sent us in this format. So if we want to get like this, instead of a browser, we want to do the same thing from Python. So what we need to do here, we need to put something text. Let's try to run it, and then here you can see the same thing. it has downloaded from the Google server this whole text which we just saw in the browser. But it's so much. Let's say you want to see only first 500 characters. So we can say show me only 500 characters. I don't want to see the whole website because it's so many pages, so many characters. So it will show us only first 500 characters. This is the output now. It starts from here: doc type, HTML, item scope, this one. So you can see it's almost same like this one. So this is the usage of Python request library. The same thing which we could do from a browser, we can do it from the Python handler as well. Later on in the next videos, we will see the other usage of these functions, these methods, and the request library in action when we will start making small programs. Similar to get request, we also have head function, we have patch function. Head function, it sends the head only, and then post function, then request, then put. So many different functions. I'll share some examples if you guys would want. Then we discussed about status codes just now. So sometime we need to know the status of the website. Let's say you want to make sure that your website is always up, so you can make a small program which will continuously poll or send the request to your website to make sure that it's always okay. And whenever it's not okay, the status comes other than something other than 200, anything, let's say 300 or 400 or 500 error, it means that website is down, it will notify you. So you can make a small program. I am giving you like a small assignment, and if you want me to share the code, I'll share in the comments, so you can request that thing in the comments as well. So these are different status codes, like for the status code starting with 100, they are 100 for continue, 102 means that it's still processing. So this is like information to us that okay, I am processing your work. 200 means success, which means the website is okay. 300 means that this web page has been redirected either permanently, which means 301, temporarily 302, or not modified 304. Then client error or server side error. So usually you see 400 and 500 error, which is very common these days. So this is the requests library. Request library is used in cybersecurity, in networking, and it's very popular and most downloaded library of Python. Now if you have any questions, you guys can write. I'll make the next videos on next Python libraries.